Championships. Today, the men's doubles final. Our number 3 seeds, John Fay and Will Schobel, will take on our 2nd seeds, Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli, for the right to take on our top seeds for the championship, Chuck Vozzella and Joe Stella, on this special edition of Candlepin Doubles. Hi everyone, I'm Leary, and welcome to the 3rd week, the 3rd edition of our special edition of Candlepin Doubles, the 1989 MBA Championships. We'll have the men's doubles today, and then we'll come back in the following weeks with the men's and ladies singles events and the men's and ladies all events as well. The top prize today, $800. $500 goes to the runners-up, and $250 to the 3rd place finisher. You also know that the regular prize money applies as well, $50 for 3 marks in a row, $1,000 for 3 strikes in a row, and a 2-string combination of 275 or more will pay off an extra $200. Now, our 3rd seeds, as I mentioned, John Fay and Will Schobel. A little while ago, we had a roll-off here to determine our top seeds, because both Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli and Chuck Vozzella and Joe Stella finished with a 14.09 over 10 strings. We had the roll-off, and it was won by Chuck Vozzella and Joe Stella with a 131. And would you like me to tell the other score? 97 for Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli, but they'll have an opportunity to work on that now. So Chuck and Joe will sit, and the others will bull it off here to see who gets to take them on. And that'll settle it. So Jim Ferris will have to be content with the 1 championship of a couple of weeks ago, as Will Schobel and John Fay get set to move off to the championship round. There it is. Rich finishes up with a 10 and Will with 9. So here are the results. Will Schobel and John Fay 114. Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli 99. So Will and John move on now to take on Joe Stella and Chuck Vozzella for the 1989 Men's Doubles Championship. And we'll have it right after this. Now, John Fay will start it off. Our number 3 seeds move on here to the championship round against Chuck Vozzella and Joe Stella, who are top seeds by virtue of their 14.09 and then their roll-off win over Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli, who also had 14.09. We should mention, too, in 4th place, behind John Fay and Will Schobel, by 1 pin, our own Don Riley and Tom Olsta, who finished at 13.76. They're shooting for a top prize of $800. John and Will have already guaranteed themselves $500, as have Chuck and Joe. And a spare in the 2nd. Come on, Johnny, fill it. John Fay on the spare. A little too full. Chuck Vozzella now. Chuck had 683 for his 5 strings. For spare, he's got it. First mark for Chuck Vozzella. Take a second to tell you some of the class events champions. The men's doubles A division, Wayne Murphy and Ted Williams from Rockland, 12:45. Rich Gilbert and Harvey Whitney from Everett, 12:37. And in third, Ed Crisafi and Fred Angelou from Watertown, 12:32. On the spare. Big hit 8. And an 8-pin lead. And 2 in a row now. Some of the other state champions, the men's doubles B division. First place, Dick Bartlett and Mark Baker from Brockton, 11:77. Mike Capone and Mike Bugnano from Weymouth, 11:43, and Gary Saltmarsh and Kurt Saltmarsh from Weymouth, 11:41. Chuck adds just 3 to the spare. As John Fay spares, and there's a third one for Chuck Vozzella. Good bowling by Chuck Vozzella. Doesn't leave a pin standing, and he finishes with 3 consecutive marks worth $50 in bonus money. So Vozzella and Stella stand at 61 plus, Schobel and Fay at 50 plus. On the spare. All around the 10-pin. Joe Stella, with this wood, it should go. Nope. So after 6, 79-64, Joe Stella and Chuck Vozzella lead by 15. It's fair. He's got it off the sidewall. Joe Stella bowled a 726 for his 5 strings with a high of 170 in his 4th string. On the spare, 6. So Will Schobel and John Fay trail by 9 with 3 to go. And he's opposite a strike. Quickly, we'll tell you one more set of champions from the 1989 championships. Mixed doubles A division, Wendy Larson and Dan Brown from Weymouth won it. Marona Papp and Bob Papp of Franklin in 2nd, and Corinne McCollum and Kevin Lewis of Roxbury 3rd. So the lead is 9 plus 2 bonus balls. Will needs to finish with a couple of marks, and he's 1 pin away. That 8 is still shaking. And he's got it. Still a chance. But that just might have settled it. Joe Stella spares on the strike. And a 19-pin lead now with 1 to go. It's over. Strike on the spare. And another $50 in bonus money. Will with 9 and 117. Joe Stella will just finish it off on the strike. 6 so far. These would be worth $50. Almost, but a great string. Here's how they finished up. Joe Stella and Chuck Vozzella with a 148. Will Schobel and John Fay, 117. So Joe and Chuck are the 1989 men's doubles champions. We'll be back with them and everyone right after this. Our third place finishers, Jim Ferris and Rich Pedroli. We have $250 and best wishes, I guess, for next year.
Well, all I can say is it was a disaster. Jimmy feels bad about it, but we hit 1409 over the 10 strings, and that's what counts. That's right. We proved ourselves over 10 strings. And 1 string, anything can happen. I mean.
Well, he already won one anyway a couple of weeks ago, so he doesn't really care.
So he doesn't really care. That's right.
All right, Rich and Jim, congratulations. Now our second place finishers, John Fay and Will Schobel. Thanks very much. You ran into a hot team there at the end.
Yeah, well, didn't really bowl that well either. Probably could have stayed with them, but they bowled real well.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, John Fay and Will Schobel. Now, let's get the champs up. Joe Stella, Chuck Vozzella, congratulations. Let's bring Sil Angelotti, the proprietor of Pilgrim Lanes and Haverhill, here to make the presentation for us. Sil?
Well, it gives me a great pleasure to present these trophies on behalf of the Mass Bowling Association. Good job.
All right, Sil, thank you. And guys, thank you. You bowled pretty well there at the end, even though you sat for the first match.
Yeah, I know. Chucky took a lot of pressure off me when I got up. He got that big mark and took a lot of pressure off me.
All right, well, congratulations. We have, let's see, $800 first place prize money, and see you next year. All right, Chuck Vozzella and Joe Stella, congratulations. Next week, we'll have the Ladies Singles Championships. Karen Langdon, Tony Marie Baltinelli, and Jan DeStasio will be here next week, and I hope you join us. For everyone here at Pilgrim Lanes and Haverhill, have a good afternoon now.